What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we're doing another experiment on Madden 22, and today we're going to be taking a look at what if the rookie class, this most recent rookie class, the 2022 NFL Draft class, were on the same team. Could they win the Super Bowl? Now, to make it, I wouldn't say fair, because I don't know if there's really anything fair about any of this. We're going to have the sliders on 300% just to see what happens. Of course, you do have to factor in that the other teams around the league will still have that. So, yeah, we probably will benefit the most from those. I still don't think, even after a full season, especially if the team sucks, that they'll even be close to the other teams. Maybe, like, in the top 10 at best. You still have other teams, you know, with young players that are really good. Young players that are even in their 90 overalls, which is just insane. 90 overalls. It's a lot of pairs, dude. But, of course, we're going to take a look at the team real quick. First things first, though, we will be live later tonight on twitch.tv/Jeromepkr for the first time in literally months with the live stream. Of course, it's kind of how that works. Of our Nighthawks off-season. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to play a preseason game or not. You know, I'll have a video of the Nighthawks franchise. I have the Pro Bowl a little bit later today, around 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll probably go more into it there. But, yeah, we'll be live streaming that, and then maybe afterwards play a little bit KO if people are interested, and if there even is anyone still playing that mode. And if not that, I could still play Far Cry. I never finished that. And, yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll download some other game in time, because I haven't really been playing, I guess I could play Forza, I've been playing that a bit, but I haven't really been playing any, like, you know, like shooter games or anything like that, you know, just haven't really been interested in those competitive type games, maybe Rocket League, I don't know, but enough of that. As we're looking at the offense right now, this is basically the group of players that I chose, some in the second round, a lot in the first round. If it wasn't for how boring teams were this year, I could probably have done just the first round, but it was a lot of the same positions, right? It was like cornerback, pass rusher, wide receiver. I know that's kind of the same old offensive lineman, right? Like, you don't really see, like, you know, safety too much. I mean, I guess there's not really that many positions in the league, is there? I don't know what I'm talking about, but there's a lot of wide receivers, long story short, and, you know, to fill the roster up with, you know, running backs and whatnot, we kind of had to go into the different rounds, so yeah, this is going to be what the team looks like. I have Jameson Williams rated the highest. As I think when it's all said and done, he probably will be the best. Good job, Minnesota Vikings. Just love the fact that you guys you just had to give the Lions a draft pick. Also, we're in May, okay? We're in Aunt May right now, and that sounds weird. The ratings still don't stick, dude. Please. All I ask for is the things to stick. Once again, kind of what she said. Of course, Drake London isn't a tight end, but I didn't really like too many of the tight ends around. I feel like Drake London, why not? Slap him at tight end. He is like a 75 overall without switching a tight end. You do have TREY McBride, who is, you know, a decent player, obviously, but not as good as Drake London would be there. Garrett Wilson, maybe you could argue Garrett Wilson and Jameson Williams could be superstars. I just don't, I mean, it's my video, alright? Stop yelling at me. BREECE Hall, I have him as superstar development trait. He's a solid player. I did download a roster for this. It's in the community files. I edited a few things, and obviously I had to edit all the devs, but I probably will upload this actual roster in case you wanted to play as the team, you know, as one whole. You know, you can definitely do that. Of course, linemen, I feel like these guys being the superstars, if they're going to have them, would be fair. I think Aquanu and NEAL could be locks for superstar, and I think Linderbaum's a great center. The reason why he fell is because not everyone wants to just draft a center-only guy, you know, high, but he still went in the first round, and he's obviously a really good player. It's just, you know, drafting a pure center when he really can't play anywhere else isn't like everyone's top thing to do. Obviously, we still have Chris Olave at the number 3, Watson at number 4, you know, Wan'Dale Robinson, some other guys in there, Wan'Dale Robinson being normal dev. Not quite sure why the Packers defenders are the only ones with hidden dev. They're both star. You can maybe argue that Devonte Wyatt could be superstars. I think he's going to come out the gate like a god. Jordan Davis as superstar. Trayvon Walker, you could probably debate maybe star dev. You know, I dropped his ratings a little bit. I honestly just didn't pay attention to the ratings too much. He's still pretty good in game, considering he's a little bit of a project. But Didn't really pay attention too much to the ratings when I was doing the Jaguars rebuild, as I thought because of you know, high that pick was at the game, you know, whoever made the roster was going to make it a solid, you know, overall. Of course, Aidan Hutchinson, solid player. We have Thibodeau, who's also superstar development tricks. Once again, he's really good. He's kind of getting like snubbed a little bit, you know, in talks when people talk about, you know, who's good and all that. Sauce, superstar development traits. Stingley, I put him at star because, once again, I felt like he regressed a little bit in real life. You know, people were kind of a little mad with that in the Texans rebuild, but I don't know. I felt like it was okay. I don't know. I don't see what the issue is, right? Kyle Hamilton, of course, technically a safety, maybe plays down in the box more, so I felt like with us lacking linebackers in the first 2 rounds, why not just make him a linebacker? Like, we have plenty of safeties, why not? BRISKER, a solid player for the Bears, just, you know, decided to throw that in there, obviously. Dax Hill, starting strong safety. You know, just a lot of really good players. You know, not the craziest draft in the world, but there definitely was some absolute studs. And let me know who you guys think on each side of the ball is going to be the Rookie of the Year. I think it's easy to say, once again, Kenny Pickett probably will be that guy. But as far as, like, who will be the best, you can never rule out Jameson Williams because I think he's also ahead of schedule. I also think just because of the Packers' desperation at wide receiver, Christian Watson could put up big numbers. But as being like a purely technical good player, I don't know if I see that from him in year 1. And then defensively, it's going to be tough, but I think Stingley would have a pretty good shot to be like that guy. But also, you probably bet on the pass rushers, so Aidan Hutchinson would probably be my bet. And you know our damn goal here, baby. It's Super Bowl or nothing. It's probably going to be nothing, to be honest. I don't think we're going to make the playoffs, but there is a sliver of a chance. And we don't make the playoffs. 8 and 9 for the team that actually developed, you know, once again, 300% sliders, that actually developed pretty well, but just too many losses in a row. And for a while there, it was win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, and then we lost to the 1 and 9 Texans. And at that point, I was like, yep, it's over. Kenny Pickett, though, with the Tampa Bay offense, Chiefs defense, 55-34 for yards, which is a really good season. 39 touchdowns, 15 picks. A little high on the picks, but that's fine. Breece Hall, not bad. Not bad. Didn't get really any of the other running backs involved. 4 1,000-yard receivers. Jameson, Olave, London, and Wilson. Of course, everyone else, I mean, it's just like a huge drop-off after that. But, I mean, how many yards do you want, right? Offensive lineman-wise, was Cross not the starter? Oh, yeah, he wasn't. I forgot Aquanu. Never mind. I thought I was going to play him on the interior. I didn't. What about the sack totals? I kind of just, like, threw myself off. Not great. Not terrible. I'd love to see their overalls, I suppose. Travon Walker, 11.5. Aidan Hutchinson, 9.5. The rest, pretty bad, pretty tame. Interceptions outside of Devin Lloyd. Really not much to show for there either. Cade York, awful kicking. Matt ARAIZA, really good punting. Kick return, punt return game, really not much to show for. I imagine we had a decent chance at some rookie awards, if not like all of them, especially Kenny Pickett, who's number 3 overall, and then number 2 on the AFC side. Rookie of the year went to Pickett like we expected. Hall at 5, London at 8, and Jameson at 10. Travon Walker at 1 with Lloyd and Hutchinson following him, with Hamilton at 7 and Davis at 9. Quarterback Kenny Pickett, I almost called him Penny Kickett. Kenny Pickett at number, what was that, 4, which is possibly outside the Pro Bowl. Depends on if one of the other teams above makes the Super Bowl. Jameson at number 5. Nothing on the O-line. Number 6 for TRAVON. Linebacker number 10. And then DB nowhere to be found. Now, I'm pretty sure I have all the guys on another contract, so I think we might give it one more try. I do want to see what overall the players went at 300%, so this is almost kind of like a 300% XP slider test as well. Green Bay versus the Chargers. You can see the division was really bad, so we did have a chance. We just didn't do it, though. And yeah, those overalls, I mean, not crazy high for some of them. Like wide receiver wasn't crazy high. Running back, though, of course, who started at Superstar, huge boost. Kenny Pickett, who's got 5 upgrade points. Jameson Williams, 88 overall, and now a superstar. Let's take a look at the defensive side of the ball. Drake London actually did really well. Kyle Hamilton went up. Aidan Hutchinson went up. Lloyd went up. Some pretty interesting overalls, but you can see the safeties didn't really go up too high, considering, once again, 300% sliders is nuts. I mean, some of the players absolutely took off with that 300%, some didn't. Obviously, TRAVON was a lower overall than Hutchinson, yet much higher overall after the season is over. It could be a little bit of RNG with the actual upgrades themselves, but also just, I mean, different positions, maybe getting different milestone rewards. I'm not 100% sure, especially considering TRAVON didn't actually even get the dev up, even though he probably was technically better than Hutchinson. But we'll do one more season, I guess. Once again, assuming we don't have to pay anyone, which, I mean, I don't know why we would. They're all rookies. I could change it if they do. Looks like we're doing a Rams rebuild on accident. Playoffs! We redid it. Of course, I ran the Chiefs playbook this time. Stop yelling at me. Of course, 97 overall. You can see the Chargers actually kind of keeping up. I want to take a quick look at... thanks, Robert. So, congrats, Robert. You know, quick look at all the overalls, and you can see a lot of teams in the 90s, but believe it or not, this Jets team filled with all young players, star and higher dev, the highest overall team in the league. Who would have thought? Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, you saw the first season. Stop yelling at me. All right, we'll take a look at the season, just in case you're like, he cheated. He cheated. Yeah, I mean, we did. We put him on 300% sliders. That's all the cheating we needed, because obviously it's a huge advantage. But take a look at those stats and awards. Chris Olave, the #1 receiver. I didn't actually set the lineup myself. I just let the game do it because we had all of the youngsters anyways. So rest in peace. You know, I had all the youngsters anyways. I don't think they signed any free agents. I imagine they didn't. Like, I was there, and I didn't do in it. So, of course, Kenny Pickett, better touchdown to pick ratio. Yards are down, though. Rushing touchdowns are like, was it less? Similar? I can't really say it was a better season. But BREECE, obviously, better season for him. Olave, better season. JAMESON, kind of. I will say the receiving numbers were worse. Definitely worse. Blocking was about same, maybe a little bit better, just because it's a little more even. And AIDAN Hutchinson, 27 sacks. He's like, hey, are we talking about overalls? 27 sacks. Take that. I must have 27 overall, which is okay. Trayvon Walker, 17 sacks. The interior, just awful. Interceptions, a little bit more. At least the corners are involved a little bit more. Cade York, still just as bad. Matt ARAIZA, consistently good. Kick returns, nothing. Punt returns, nothing. As far as awards go, I don't think we would have any awards that I could really think of. Well, besides Hutchinson, of course, that, you know, that guy that kind of killed it. Kenny Pickett, not bad. BREECE, #6. Olave at #2. O-line is finally slipping in there at 8. AIDAN Hutchinson and TRAVON at #1 and 2. Linebackers, no. DB, no. Absolutely not for kicker. But in the playoffs, can this team do it? Well, we're about to find out. Let's, I guess, go in. I don't want the video to be too long, but why not? It's never been able to say it's been too long for anything in my life till now. Milk the snake. LAC with the very quick score. 14-7. Not a bad comeback. It's tied up. Up by 3. Up by 6. Still up by 6. 26-14. 29-14. 36-14. The Chargers are not doing a thing here. 43-14. The defense locking up hard as it was looking like a close game. Maybe even we're going to lose that game early, but Kenny Pickett, amazing performance. Breece Hall, really solid performance. Chris Olave killing it. Blocking. Aquana, and his sack totals are still kind of iffy for the offensive line. It's a pretty high overall, I'd imagine, by now. Trayvon Walker with 3 sacks. Devin Lloyd and Stingley with interceptions. And York, he decided to start kicking field goals well. I just looked at the overalls of the players because some of them had upgrades, and oh my, their overalls are quite high. 98 overall team now. Obviously, that'll happen with 300% sliders, but still, that's crazy. Going to the end of the game. Seeing the Chiefs are still in it, and let's be honest, it's probably who the winner of this game is going to have to play early on again. Kind of anyone's game, but this defense seems to lock up as the game goes on, and it seems like that's going to be the case yet again here as well, and that will be the case here, and we will move on to the championship round, 38-17. I mean, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but I mean, if you're a person that can see trends, kind of predict the future, you know, foreshadow a little bit. I mean, I'm just, you know, I'm just saying, there's, you know, it's kind of trending towards a certain result. The 16-1, 95 overall Chiefs. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I'm just saying, I could be wrong. Only human, damn it. On the other side, you have Green Bay and the Saints. I don't even remember who won between the Chargers and the Packers, but one of them, obviously, is my guess. 7-0, looking pretty good on offense. Defense slowing the Chiefs down a bit. 17-7. 24-7. I mean, there's just too much firepower here. 31-10. I just can't imagine, you know, anyone could keep up with the youth and the devs that this team has, and it also doesn't help that we also have the Chiefs playbook on. Not a great performance. I will say I did run the Chiefs playbook the last 3 weeks. Wow, jeez, Kenny Pickett kind of crushed it. The last 3 weeks of the first season didn't really do crazy well. Turned it around a little bit, but I think it was like 2-2, which I suppose is pretty much on par for what was already happening. You know, finished 8-9. You know, it's pretty much a 1-to-1 across the board anyways, but yeah, the Chiefs playbook, we're not going to argue that it's not great, because it's pretty busted in the game. But let's go on to face against, I mean, potentially the Packers. No, it's the Saints. I was about to say, 99 overall for the team. Let's see it. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's beat around the bush. Let's see the devs. They went up. Also, quick look at their overalls, which is going to be busted. Like I said. Of course, you see Olave goes up in dev. You have Pickett, who's up in dev. Don't want to change Olave because he's killing it anyways. TRAVON's an X factor, and I think that's it. We actually didn't get any other dev ups, which is a little surprising. Once again, Dax Hill, 85 overall. I mean, I'm just saying, 300% sliders, star dev young, 85 overall. I mean, that's not crazy great, right? Like 300% is maxed. But 99 overall against the 91 overall Saints. If you can beat the Chiefs by that much, I can't imagine you lose here. All right, let's see it. What do the Jets got in store for the Saints? 7-3. Not a bad start for the Saints, to be honest. 10-14. 14-13. The Saints not going away that early. You know, they're not easy. They're, hey, like, you stole our Chris Olave and Trevor Penning, but I don't give a damn. I want to win the game. I mean, they actually do give a damn. They give a damn more than ever, and that's why they're trying to win more than ever. But even though it's a close game, it still is a rookie class Super Bowl victory royale. Now, some of the numbers might be off just because we had to do trades when, you know, the players already had their original play, team, their original guys with their numbers on their roster. So I apologize for that. It was already long enough to change a lot of ratings and change devs and positions and all that. So stop yelling at me. I'm only human. But regardless, the rookie team wins the Super Bowl. I think we are, safe of the NFL's dictatorship of Super Bowl claiming video copyright stuff, because, the Super Bowl happened a long time ago now, and obviously it's the Jets in the Super Bowl. I don't really know how you mistaken, of course, could be the thumbnail, could not be the thumbnail. I couldn't find who asked, to be honest, but let's take a look at the numbers as, worst seasonal game for sure. I mean, Camaro was bad, but so was BREECE Hall. I mean, this was a game that absolutely could have been a loss, considering how well we were dominating other teams as well. This is a pretty good performance by the Saints. Of course, Cade York, just awful, dude. Gillikin with 55.8 for his yards per punt. That's just kind of crazy. I mean, the Saints came to play, but they just happened to play against a bunch of kids. Okay, well, it's probably completely irrelevant, but I suppose for the hell of it, which rhymes, might as well just take a look at some overalls. Kenny Pickett, very solid across the board. Did not upgrade in speed or anything like that. BREECE Hall's got to be an absolute monster at this point. That's just busted. Jameson Williams, any speed or acceleration upgrades? Speed went up, acceleration went up. Short route did not really, to be honest. That's kind of sad. Garrett Wilson was a starter for a whole season, and he still played a lot this year. Once again, they hate upgrading short route for AIs. The AI wide receivers just never go up. I mean, If you see one of our wide receivers with like above 80 short route in a rebuild, if they started below, you know that we're boosting ratings, because like it just doesn't happen. It's very rare. I've seen it, but it's not super common. It's obviously not the most common thing in the world. Trey McBride obviously didn't really play much, but it is what it is. Evan Neal, of course, 93 overall superstar. Built wrong technically, should be more finesse on the edge, but it be what it be. Quanu. Looking at some of the bigger name guys, another power guy on the tackle spot. Linderbaum, probably going to be finesse. No, he's also power. I mean, I guess we're all just power. Power to the Jets, I guess. Kenyon Green, power. Zion, you gonna stray from the crowd, buddy? Nope, everyone's power. They don't give a damn about what you got to say. Let's take a look at the defense now. Kyle Hamilton, 93 overall. 89 speed, his power move, all the pass rush ability kind of stuff isn't looking too great there. Dax Hill, like we said, Daxton Hill, not really developing super well, but he's okay because of that athleticism. Lewis Seen, very solid, obviously developed pretty decently. Quay Walker, 84 overall, really didn't even see the field that much, but really good block shedding, I suppose, give you a different style of linebacker, whereas everyone else seems to be kind of coverage-based, as you can see there. Defensive line, let's take a look at Mr. Jordan Davis. Really good block shedding. That's kind of what you expect from him. Let's see if the game actually made it right with Wyatt. Nope. He's a run stopper as well. Aiden Hutchinson, 99 overall after a 27 sack season. Of course, really good finesse and power move, but block shedding. I'd probably rather work on one style attack to get into the quarterback and work on block shedding, but nope, not these guys. They are greedy. They care about those sack numbers. Nobody looks at a pass rusher's tackle for the loss. Nobody gives a damn about that. Stingley, let's see if he was built any, yeah, he's a little bit more even. Definitely a bit more even with that zone coverage, but I think it's just because he maxed out on man rather than, the game giving him that. Trent McDuffie, all the corners, man coverage. All the wide receivers, medium and deep. Of course, Matt ARAIZA, I guess we'll take a look. Did he get to 99? Did not. I had him at 98, and once again, the game didn't save it. I think he would have actually been 94, so he actually went up 2. So, love that. I'm glad. Cade York, decent, even though he sucks in the game. But that's pretty much going to be it. So, I guess the answer is kind of, I think the long term, this is kind of like an accelerator thing. You have all those rookies in the first 2 rounds for pretty much 4 years minimum, maybe 5 for a lot of the first round guys with the option. You have to assume you keep those guys on the team. They're going to turn into this 99 overall team by year 4 or 5. And yeah, I would say that the team can win the Super Bowl. It's going to be a little unfair because, it would take longer and the other teams would catch up as well. But we accelerated a little bit with 300% sliders and went 8-9 year 1, which is a little disappointing considering the divisional talent. I mean, you see the Bills just suck in sim. They always have. I don't know why. And, it was an 8-9 Patriots season back-to-back years. The Dolphins kind of showing up a little bit this year, but should have been an easy divisional win year 1. Couldn't do it. You never know what happens if you get in the playoffs, but couldn't get there. But year 2, obviously a dominating run all the way until this Saints team, but still enough to win it all, and that's pretty much it. As far as experiment video goes, I can't really think of anything else to do this Madden, so it might be the last experiment video on top of it. If there's anything you can think of, draft class related or just in general, let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, JAMESON, second channel, PICKETT Plays, and then once again, twitch.tv/JAMESON for a stream later today of our Nighthawks offseason around 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. And when I say around, I mean I want it to be at 10, but I know me, so I'm giving myself a little bit of leeway. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll have that Pro Bowl, in the Nighthawks franchise a little bit later today around 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video, but until next video, see ya!